What's in the name, Lady Q? What's my name, Lady Q? What's in the name, Lady Q? I am Lady Q. Hey everybody, how you doing? I bring you teaching lessons from Sumter, South Carolina. Today we will be having a simple lesson or class, that's how you want to call it, on invocation of table setting. Now these are simple things that everybody can do. It's not going to cost you a whole lot of money. You basically use what you got. And if you don't have these items, you can go to the store. We don't go to a grocery store. If you got like the things People Googly that we have up to here, let's go there, IGA or Walmart or anything. You can actually get these items from any place such as that. So, without further ado, we need to talk about setting the table. The first thing you need to do when setting your table is that you need to understand your purpose. What are you expecting to accomplish at the table? I'm sitting at my table currently, and I have some items there. I gave you a little bit of some things that were listed on my table, but we're gonna talk about the house blessings, and this is just part one, the invocation. You set the table first, but before you do so, you need to also make sure that you know what an invocation is. So the invocation is the invitation. You're either the act of invoking or chanting or summoning a deity or asking for assistance. So the assistance of what we're going to be asking for today is for a house blessing. Hello out there. Feel free to come and join us. Join the conversation. We're going to ask in our invocation that we have a supernatural experience of the deity or the God that you believe, as God as I believe. To come on in the room, come on in, come on in, come on in the room. So what we're gonna first do, we're gonna first start with Psalm 1. That's a very good psalm to start with for an invocation. It says as follows: Blessed are those who do not walk in the step of the wicked, or stand in the way of the sinners, or take or sit in the company of mockers, but who delight in the law day and night. They are like a tree planted by the streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, and whose leaf does not wither. Hello, how are you? Who does not wither. Whatever they do, not whatever they do prospers, not so that the wicked. They are like a chaff of the wind that blows away. Therefore, the wicked will not stand in judgment, nor the sinners in the assembly of the righteous. For the Lord watches over the way of the righteous, but of the way of the wicked will be destroyed. Now, that is your first step for invocation. Hey, out there, come on in the room, join the conversation. Join the conversation. So we started with that. And then they have a simple song that ah, that they used to sing of old. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. So you have your words of invocation, but you also have your song or your chant of invocation. And then the next step that's very important that you need to consider is that if you want real blessings or you want fake blessings. Now, I, for one, I love me some real blessings. And I think you out there do too. Please make sure you comment, share, like, and subscribe. And so when you're looking at your real blessings, it's very important that you don't put a bunch of fake stuff on your table. Because we're setting the table to do things that we need to have done. And today we want have a house blessing. Okay? So remember this also for your next invocation. In Psalm 23 and 5, it says, Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, and my cup runneth over. So the part that we need to focus on for that particular scripture is that our cup will run over, will overflow, run forward, and this drink you know. So remember, we have our Song 1, we have our song of Come On in the Room by the Mississippi Mass Choir, And we have our Psalm 23 and 5. In Psalm 23, you can do a lot of great things with that, a lot of great things with that. But the next thing that we need to consider in our blessings for the house blessings, do you want money? Do you want finances? Do you want career change? Or you want to keep your career? You want career stability? Do you want peace? Do you want understanding? Do you want relationships or reconciliation or new opportunities? You gotta know your purpose when you're doing any type of house blessing and when you're setting the table. But for today's video, and I'm reading, I got my little handy dandy notebook that my late mother left me. So I like to write in it. And for today's video, we're thinking about the harvest because you know it's fall. It is harvest time, y'all. You know, there's a time where we plant, there's a time that we reap, excuse me, and there's a time that we sow. Right now, before the winter come in, we go and get the harvest. Yeah, we want our little harvest. We want to make sure we have our grain to come. We have our money, honey. Yes, 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 yes. So now I'm not sure if you see this. I'm gonna try to if you see my table and how I have it set. So I'm just gonna be off camera just for a little bit so I can describe to you what I have on my table. So we have our multicolored corn. I got this from Harris Teeter in North Carolina because I didn't see anything in South Carolina. So I got my multicolored corn on the table. The reason why I have this corn on the table, it represents something. But you got to come to the next video so we can fully talk about it. And notice that it's different colors. That's because I want this money and this blessing to come from all directions, known and unknown. Then I also have a figurine that I got from Roses in Manning, South Carolina. I think it was a super center. But I love little figurines. You know, if you ever looked at the movie Harriet, and there was a figurine that the daddy gave to Harriet. There's some power in what he said and why he did it and what he gave. But nevertheless, I have a woman to represent me, either getting my oil or getting my water, whatever I desire for the house blessing. I have a representation of that. I also have in my basket, and if you notice, there's three women carrying baskets on their head. So in case I don't set my table, I'm still inviting my deity, my God, to come and show up so I can go out and get my basket filled. This particular basket came from Charleston, South Carolina. Um, so they sell baskets on the street, or you can go inside of Hyman's grocery or seafood. They got three different stores in one. But nevertheless, I got my basket. It is very important when you're setting your table. You never have an empty basket. Why? It needs to be filled. We want our blessings to come and fill this place. You know, there's a song about fill this place. I'm singing it in my head, but I don't want to sing it out loud. And in my baskets, I want surely goodness and mercy to follow me. That's also Psalm 23. And I want a taste of the good stuff. You know, there's some other scriptures in the word that tells you about grapes and fruits and what have you. I want oranges because I want my soul to be replenished. I want my body to be nurtured with vitamin C and good health in my house blessing. But I also want to make sure I have juices. Why? Because as women, it's very important that we take care of ourselves because as we age, you know, certain parts can get dry. Do I need to kind of go more? But if we remember to eat and taste and see that the Lord is good through fruits and vegetables, and especially juicy fruits, we will be juicy to you know who. Your man or your woman. It don't even matter to me. I don't care what you do. But nevertheless, you want to make sure that you have the flow of honey as a woman. Okay? But you also have that vitamin C, especially for a time like that. So this is also for good health promotion in the house blessing. Secondly, excuse me, I have pomegranates in my basket, honey. And the reason why these pomegranates are there is because I want this money. I want prosperity. Now, I was gonna save it, but I decided we're gonna talk about it. Cause you met, I don't know. I just ain't want to be before you long. With this multicolored corn and this pomegranate, I want this money to come into me, to my household, to the people who I serve as well, because I not only do this work within my house for me, but for my clients, past, present, and future, because I want everybody to win. I want everybody to be so prosperous that they get what they want and their names go in the pot, as they say. Okay? And so I want different types of money, multiple streams of income from different directions for the north, south, east, and west, but also from people known and unknown. And I got it in, notice how many. Numbers do matter. That's why we have a book in the Word, that magical book called Numbers. Numbers are important. That's why I have a certain amount of numbers within this basket of certain things. But you know what? As just in case I miss it, which I promise you I won't. I've been doing this for years. I got some whole clothes to go and catch it, honey, to attract it, to bring it in. And even though I have not done anything with it yet, I plan on showing you how to make this work for you. I just need you to come on back and learn how to do these simple house blessings that everybody can do. You can go to Walmart, Piggly Wiggly, IGA, or whatever grocery store you might have, Dollar General, and you can get this seasoning to attract your money and for protection. And this is also good for growing hair. What I say? Yeah, growing hair. Now look, I know I got short hair, but this is what you need to know. I choose to have short hair because if anybody knows anything about my late mother and my, if you see any of my daughters, many of them have long hair, long real hair. It's just one that has short hair because she wants to be a hairstylist. I just let her do what she's doing, you know. But nevertheless, I have these items that are full on my table, and it looks like nice, simple decorations because that's you do things, you know, you do things to the glory of God, and you want to make sure that you come into His presence with thanksgiving. But you have to adorn yourself. So as I'm asking for help in my invocation, I make sure to not dress as if I didn't know the Lord. That right there, word. Next, I have my days to help me represent. You remember I dream a genie and so forth. But not only that, I want peace and blessings to be in my house. But there's a parable in the word that talks about the lady who had to borrow oil. You see, on the table. And just in case I got some people who may not want me to get my stuff that the Lord has promised me, surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. I have sealed it in Psalm 23 because he tells us in the word that this table might be prepared in the presence of your enemies, not only just in the presence of friends, but as a just in case, laying on my salsa, which I need to kind of put in a jar because I actually sell this. I grow this too on the outside. But this is my lemongrass. You see that? This is lemongrass. You can use this in herbs. A lot of Asian people, they use this within their soups or what have you. You can burn this. You can use it to do a lot of stuff. You can make incense with it. Because sometimes I do make my homemade incense. And I do sell this in the store. I'm not really sure if I have it listed, but there's a lot of herbs and stuff I do have. But I actually grow this, and I'm drying it out right now so I can use possibly to dress a candle or what have you. But I'll teach you that if you keep on coming back, you'll learn about all kinds of stuff you didn't even think I knew I knew. But So right now, and I got that on the salsa. So I'm protecting my harvest. Okay? And so in the picture so far, what I've shown you is the corn, the oranges, the pomegranate, the lemongrass, and the representation of me either getting the oil or getting the water. So no matter where I go, I can utilize my Deuteronomy 28. I'm blessed in the city going in, and I'm blessed in the city coming out. And I'm protected the blessing with the lemongrass. And you see a lot of this in a lot of homes too, even in the suburbs. You may see it in the front yard, and it just look like this regular grass that is growing. These are herbs of protection. They're protecting their house. They're building a fortress. But people who have eyes, who don't have eyes to see and ears to hear, they won't know this. And it smells so good. Smells so good. But like I said, I'm getting ready to harvest this so that I can sell it within the store. But I have other items, but this is just for the purposes of the video. So there's a cleansing ritual that I do to make sure that anything and every product that I sell is cleansed, clean, sanctified, or consecrated. Any word you want to use, it basically means the same thing. Okay? So the next, in order to make sure you have an opening, a middle, and a closing, just like you write in a letter. That right there, I'm still teaching. In your invocation of your table setting. So we're going to close it out with Psalm 27. And it's very important that you don't leave before the benediction. And it says, the Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is a stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? The one thing I do see is that I dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to gaze on the beauty of the Lord and to seek him in his temple. For in the day of trouble he will keep me safe in his dwelling place. He will hide me in the shelter of his tabernacle and set me on high upon a rock. I remain confident of this. I will see the goodness, relationships, health, good sex, the goodness, reconciliation, the goodness of the Lord in the land, my home, where the land I'm at. The goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait for the Lord and be strong, and take heart and wait on the Lord. Ashe, amen, so mote it be. Now, there go your lesson for today. We have learned a simple house blessing with simple things. And even if you can't get every single thing on your table, use what you got. We always use what we got until we can do better. Because that's the way that I learned how to do what I do. You know, you ain't got to go out and get a whole lot of stuff. It can be something that's simple. Everybody has some whatnot. Go down there to Walmart. I'm about to say Walmart. Better yet, go out there to Dollar General, go to Roses, go to Dollar Tree. You know, Dollar Tree have figurines. I promise you. I got a lot of different little figurines I probably should have bought over there. But nevertheless, go get your oil. Go set your table. Do your invocation. Invite your Lord to come and show up so you can get your harvest too. Because I just ain't want one for me. I want one for you. So, without further ado, what's my name, Lady Q? What's my name, Lady Q? What's my name, Lady Q? Mm-hmm. Lady Q. Until we meet again, my friends, I'll talk to you all later. Bye bye.